Good day, everyone! Get active, be healthier, get fit, and don't quit. I'm your Sir Kent, and welcome to our PE and Health subject. The objectives for this lesson are the following. Number 1. Identify the importance of evaluating health-related fitness component. Number 2. Conduct self-assessment activities focusing on health-related fitness barriers affecting physical fitness activity and on one's diet. Number 3. Evaluate and reflect on test results and make future improvement plans. Now, are you excited to know our next destination? That's great! Well, I'm pretty sure that you are just as excited as I am. So, I need you to grab your pen and paper and get ready to be captivated by the enchanting world of our today's lesson, entitled Self-Testing Assessment for a Healthier COVID-19 Free Lifestyle. Let's go! Before we proceed to the lesson proper, let's try to answer the following questions. Here's what you need to do. This assessment will help you determine how much you know about this topic. Choose the letter of the best answer. Write the letter of your answer on your paper before the blanks. Number 1. What does BMI stand for? A. Body Management Index. B. Body Mass Index. C. Body Measurement Input. D. Body Multiple Input. The correct answer is letter B. Body Mass Index. Number 2. Which of these is a test for shoulder flexibility? A. Curl up. B. Flexed arm support. C. Push up. Letter D. Zipper test. The correct answer is letter D. Zipper test. Number 3. Which of the following is not a factor in computing BMI? A. Arm span. B. Height. C. Waistline. Letter D. Weight. The correct answer is letter A. Arm span. Number 4. What is Mark's BMI if he weighs 65 kg with a height of 1.70 meters? A. 20.33. B. 22.49. Letter C. 25.30. And letter D. 27.42. The correct answer is letter B. 22.49. Number 5. What is Jocelyn's BMI category if she weighs 46 kg and is 1.6 meters tall? A. 17.97 underweight. B. 19.22 normal. Letter C. 25.67 overweight. Letter D. 31.55 obese. The correct answer is letter A. 17.97 underweight. That's great! I'm amazed of your prior knowledge with the given activity earlier. Now, we can proceed to our next destination. Make sure to bring your pen and notebook with you because today, we will be amazed by the interesting learning about self-assessment health-related fitness status. Let's go! Health and physical fitness have an integral role in holistic development. The fate of our country for progress relies on people who are healthy and physically developed. Students, aside from developing their academic skills and capability, should also focus on enhancing physical fitness to have a productive and prolonged life. A life of a grade 11 student must involve physical activities, and being aware of health-related fitness is a thrust that each should appreciate and inculcate as part and parcel of holistic development. Health-related fitness components, or HRF. Here they are. Number 1, body composition. A relative percentage of body fat compared with lean body mass. Number 2, muscular strength. An amount of force that can be produced by a single contraction of a muscle. Number 3, muscular endurance. An ability of a muscle group to continue muscle contraction over a length of time. Number 4, flexibility. An ability to use one's joints fully in a normal range of motion. Cardiovascular endurance is the ability of the circulatory system to supply oxygen to working muscles during exercise. In view of this, a well-organized and carefully prepared set of health-related testing protocol activities is prepared to help students assess fitness and to guide students in conforming to the right diet practices integral for lifelong health and fitness-conscious existence, paving way for learners to become academically sound and physically fit as integral facilitators of nation development. Take note that anything that we do that uses body energy can be considered as physical activity. Prior to any physical activity, it is just right to assess your general health through the PARQ and U questionnaire. Fill up the PARQ as a prerequisite to check readiness for physical activity. Please fill up and answer the questions honestly. Regular physical activity is fun and healthy, and increasingly more people are starting to become more active every day. Being active is very safe for most people. However, some people should check with a doctor before they start involvement in physical activities. If you are planning to become much more physically active than you are now, start by answering the 7 questions in the box below. If you are between the ages of 15 to 69, the PARQ will tell you if you should first check with your doctor before you start participating in physical activity. Common sense is your best guide when you answer these questions. Please read the questions carefully and answer each one honestly. Check yes or no. Physical fitness testing activity. Physical fitness testing is always an important component of physical education. This will help an individual know one's strengths and weaknesses. The following are the self-testing activities for health-related fitness, or HRF. Number 1, anthropometric measurements. Number 2, hamstring and hip flexor test. Number 3, curl up. Number 4, flexed arm support. Number 5, 3-minute step test. Number 6, zipper test. Number 7, 90-degree push-up. Did you know that there are also reasons for an individual to not perform or do physical activities? These are the following. Barriers to physical activity. The first one is personal barriers. Some common explanations that people cite for resistance to exercise are: number 1, insufficient time to exercise. Number 2, inconvenience to exercise. Number 3, lack of self-motivation. Number 4, non-enjoyment or boredom of exercise. Number 5, lack of confidence in their ability to be physically active or low self-efficacy. Number 6, fear of being injured or having been injured recently. Number 7, lack of self-management skills such as the ability to set personal goals, monitor progress, or reward progress towards such goals. Number 8, lack of encouragement, support, or companionship from family and friends. Number 9, non-availability of parks, sidewalks, bicycle trails, or safe and pleasant walking paths close to home or the workplace. The second barrier is the environmental barriers. Obvious factors include the accessibility of walking paths, cycling trails, and recreation facilities. Factors such as traffic, availability of public transportation, crime, and pollution may also have an effect. Other factors include our social environment, such as support from our family and friends and community spirits. We will proceed with our activity. The title is Measure Mo, Issure Mo. Let's have first our anthropometric measurements. The purpose of this is to measure your body composition. The equipments needed are weighing scale and tape measure. Here are the procedures. To get your height, you must stand with trunk straight and measure the distance from the floor to the top of the forehead, and then record the score in centimeters. To get your weight, stand on a weighing scale free from any object for weight accuracy, and then record in kilograms. To get your waistline, locate your upper hip bone. Find the proper spot by placing your hands around your waist, squeezing slightly, and then moving your fingers downward until you feel the top curve of your hips. Place a tape measure around your base stomach just above the upper hip bone, and then record in centimeters. To get your hip line, place tape measure in the widest part of hip in line with the pubis. Here are the computations. Body mass index is a measure of body mass based on height and weight that aid in determining weight categories. Here is the example. BMI equals weight in kilogram divide height in meters times height in meters equals 55 kilogram divide 1.60 meters times 1.60 meters, and that is equal to 21.48. That is your BMI or body mass index. How to get your hip ratio?
Measure stored body fats percentage by the relative measurement of waist and hip. Here is the formula. Waist to hip ratio is equal to waist circumference in centimeter divided by hip circumference in centimeter, and that is your waist to hip ratio. For example, your waist circumference is 80 centimeter and your hip circumference is 95 centimeter. Divide 80 by 95 and you'll get 0.84, and that is your waist to hip ratio. Let us proceed to hamstring and hip flexor test. The purpose of this is to test flexibility of the hamstring and hips. The equipment needed is protractor. The procedures are: number 1, lie on your back on the floor beside a wall. Number 2, slowly lift one leg off the floor. Keep the other leg flat on the floor. Number 3, keep both legs straight. Number 4, continue to lift the leg until either leg begins to bend or the lower leg begins to lift off the floor. Number 5, place a yardstick against the wall to mark the spot to where the leg was lifted, and then lower the leg. Number 6, using a protractor, measure the angle created by the floor and the yardstick. The greater the angle, the better your score. And number 7, repeat with other leg. Now let us proceed with curl up. The purpose of this is to test abdominal muscle strength and endurance. Equipments needed are mat and adhesive tape. Procedure: number 1, sit on a mat in a long sitting position. Bend your legs more than 90 degrees with feet remaining flat on the floor. Number 2, lay down with arms extended at the sides, palm facing down with fingers extended touching the first tape mark. Number 3, from that position, curl your trunk up with heels in contact with the floor until your fingers reach the second marker. Number 4, upon reaching, lower back to the starting position. Repeat one curl up every 3 seconds. Number 5, continue the curl ups and stop when you are unable to keep the pace. Record the number of repetitions. Flexed arm support. The purpose is to test the muscular strength of the shoulder and upper arm. Equipments needed are mat and stopwatch. Procedures: number 1, use the push-up procedure 1 and 2 for preparatory position. From the starting position, lower the body until the upper arms is parallel to the floor and elbow flexed at 90 degrees. Number 2, hold the position as long as possible. Number 3, record the obtained holding position. The next one is the 3-minute step test. The purpose is to measure cardiovascular endurance level based on how quickly your heart rate will come back down after a physical activity. Equipments are: A, step. Height of step is 12 inches. Letter B, stopwatch. Letter C is drum, clapper, clicker, or any similar device. The procedures for the tester are the following. A, stand at least 1 foot away from the step or bench with trunk erect and eyes looking straight ahead. B, the first step of the sequence should be alternate. At the signal go, step up and down the step bench for 3 minutes at a rate of 96 beats per minute. One step consists of 4 beats. Up with the left foot, count 1. Up with the right foot, count 2. Down with the left foot, count 3. Down with the right foot, count 4. For the first sequence. Then up with the right foot, count 1 again. Up with the left foot, count 2. Then down with the right foot, count 3. Down with the left foot, count 4 for the second sequence. Observe proper breathing. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Letter C. Immediately after the exercise, stand and locate your pulse, and in 5 seconds or at a signal, start to get the heart rate. Letter D. Don't talk while taking the pulse rate. Letter E. Count the pulse beat for 10 seconds and multiply it by 6. Procedures for the partner. Letter A. As the student assumes the position in front of the step, signal, ready, and go. Start the stopwatch for the 3-minute step test. Letter B. After the test, allow performer to locate his or her pulse in 5 seconds. Letter C. Give the signal to count the pulse beat. Letter D. Let the performer count his or her pulse beat for 10 seconds and multiply it by 6. And then the last thing you must do is record the 60-second heart rate after the activity. Let us proceed with zipper test. The purpose of this is to test the flexibility of the shoulder girdle. The equipment needed is ruler. The procedures for the testers are: A. Stand erect. B. Raise your right arm, bend your elbow, and reach your back as far as possible. To test the right shoulder, extend your left arm down and behind your back. Bend your elbows up across your back, and try to reach or across your fingers over those of your right hand as if to pull a zipper or scratch between the shoulder blades. Letter C. To test the left shoulder, repeat the procedures A and B with left hand over the shoulder. For the partner, here are the procedures. A. Observe whether the finger touch or overlap each other. If not, measure the gap between the middle fingers of both hands. Letter B. Record distance in centimeter. Let us now proceed with 90-degree push-up. The purpose is to test for the muscles of the upper arm strength and endurance. The equipment needed is mat. The procedures are: number 1. From prone lying position, place the hands just outside the shoulders with elbows bent. Number 2. For men, support the body in a push-up position from the toes with the back, hip, and legs aligned. For the women, support the body in a push-up position from the knees instead of toes with back, hip, and legs aligned. Number 3. Lower the body until the upper arm is parallel to the floor or a 90-degree angle of the bent elbow. Number 4. Repeat as many times as possible. Measuring your fitness level is one way to find out your level of physical fitness. Here are the references for your interpretation.
Wow! Job well done! I can see that you are really listening. From what you have learned, here's the last challenge for you.
Let us proceed with your matching type. Match column A with that in column B by writing the best answer beside the number on column A.
You did great! Keep it up! To sum up what we have discussed earlier, let's answer this activity.
Fill in the needed information. The interpretations will be based on the chart given. You must complete the column for reflection in 2 to 3 sentences.
Very good! I'm happy that you really learned a lot from our lesson. To end our lesson for today, you need to answer the following questions. I know that you are ready, so let's begin!
For your weekly improvement plan, based on the outcome of your fitness assessment, make a future improvement plan.
Good job, class! I hope you learned a lot from our healthy lesson today. I'm your Sir Kent saying thank you for tuning in to Dream TV. See you on our next episode.